Libra, and welcome back to the Tarot Tanvi. This is Tanvi, this is my studio, and these are my tarot cards. And this is the 2022 prediction for Libra. Okay, so so before I go into your cards, which I've already pulled, I'm going to talk about. So before I get into your predictions, I would just like to say that in case you would like to book a personal reading with me, all my details to my personal Instagram account, to my website and to my YouTube channel are in the description of this episode. So please feel free to check out all of that. Okay, so coming to your reading, I have pulled 3 cards for you. One each in the area, one for each separate areas of your life. The first is the area of love and romance for 2022. Second is the area of career and finances. And third is the area of physical, mental, emotional and spiritual health. So the first card we have for love and romance, we have the Devil card. So the Devil card talks about codependency. Okay. That's usually the case. It talks about feeling attached to people. I feel that 2022 would have you understand the difference between attachment and love. Okay, we all really confuse our ideas when it comes to what love really is and what's healthy and what's not really healthy in a relationship. And Libras often have a tendency to, not wanting to be on their own and alone from deep within. So, and also of not being in a relationship, like, if you don't know about this, like, and I'm sorry if it feels a little triggering, but just hear me out, okay? I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Libras have a deep-seated fear of not being in a relationship. So they really fear not being in a relationship with somebody. And maybe this year, 2022, is something this is something where you would be working on. Okay, so why? Because when you feel codependent or you feel that you cannot live without another person and this person is your everything, so you sort of put other people on pedestals, okay? And I'm not saying that the people that you are in a relationship with in the next year and currently are in any way bad for you. But I'm saying, like, the way you put people on pedestals might not give you the freedom to see yourself from a very beautiful light. Okay, now what happens is when we put people up on pedestals, when we think too highly of other people but not as highly of ourselves, when we don't first love ourselves and begin loving others first, we get impacted by whatever other person is telling us. Okay, so we give away our power, we give away our control. So next year would be all about you figuring out a way to love yourselves more, okay? Which is a beautiful thing, because the more you love yourself, the more you will have the capacity to love other people, okay? You cannot love another person truly, deeply without loving yourself first. Otherwise, what happens is that anything that we do for another person, we sort of low-key expect them to do something in return for us. And that's sort of a business transaction, okay? I think this is something that would be important to keep in mind in the next year, okay? Now, in the area of career and finances, we have the Emperor, which is really cool, okay? I really like this card in this area. So, this is also a major arcana. The Devil card was also major arcana. The Devil card could also talk about your sex life. So you having like a lot of good sex in the year 2022, having an amazing sex life. So that could also be a reason for the Devil card. So anyway, so the Emperor in the area of career and finances says that you will feel like an emperor, okay? No matter what your gender is, I think that this area of your life is something that you will be so happy and like you will actually feel like a king or a queen or whatever, okay? You would actually be so secure. And I also feel that you would make quite big purchases. These could be like buying a car or a home that you really have always desired. So next year could be a really great time, and there are high chances that you might make big purchases next year, which is really nice, okay? So next we have the area of your health, your physical, mental, emotional and spiritual health. And for this area, we have the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is the king of passion, the king of fire. Okay, so Libra is all about attaining balance. That's your true trait, Libra. You need to understand that. But in the area of your health, I think your health will be a huge priority. You would want to keep your health your first priority, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. So I think that is great. And I don't think you really need an advice on this. In fact, I think I should seek advice from you, okay, on how you are actually doing this next year, because I do feel that you would actually be in really good shape next year. So I don't know if you do not have already a diet plan or a physical routine. I think next year you will definitely have one, and you will be following it throughout the year. There are high chances of that happening, okay? So next I have also pulled 3 cards out, which are going to tell us the important months in the next year. So we have September, October, and so if your sun sign is Libra, then maybe these are your birthday months, and so these are going to be very special for you. And then we have December. Okay, so these 3 months could be really important for you in the next year. So I hope that this was helpful in some way, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.